players, but whether Japan can win enough ball is going to be a feature. And Sarah Cox from England refereeing on the circuit. So the Japanese captain, Chicharu Nakamura, will kick off to the New Zealanders now. New Zealand, what sort of form are they in? As now Williams takes the ball into the contact. Goss tries to clear, but that's a good steal by Japan there. Japan turning over balls, so New Zealand will have to be wary of that. But New Zealand counter-ruck and force the error on Japan. Well, alongside me, Scott Hastings, the former England 15s and 7-star Sue Day, and well, Sue, it's going to be a tough day at the office, I think, for this Japanese side, but they showed there that they're prepared to compete at the breakdown. Yeah, and you have to compete at the breakdown against New Zealand because you don't want to give them free ball. Interesting to see as they line up at the scrummage here. Portia Woodman in the scrum for New Zealand. We don't see that very often. Well, look at the space that New Zealand have just run into, and breaking through is Teresa Fitzpatrick. She's getting chased down there, but Fitzpatrick cut a lovely line from that attacking scrum, and New Zealand with the first score on the board. Not a bad way to start, is it? Teresa Fitzpatrick, probably a little bit nervous in her World Series debut, takes the ball, one pass off the scrum, sees a gap, and bang, she's through. We wondered how much they'd miss players like Tyler Nathan Wong, players like Juliana Manuel, but not much based on that evidence. Lovely, lovely finishing from Teresa Fitzpatrick. The conversion is not good, but a super try there from Teresa Fitzpatrick, making her debut in a New Zealand 7 shirt. And Sean Horan, the New Zealand coach, will be pleased to see the youngster from Auckland score on her debut. So the kick-off will come from Katrina Owata-Simpkins. So Owata-Simpkins, let's see what height she can put on the ball. Little dink kick then. Japan have covered that one well. Look at Kelly Brazier, she was in with a tackle there. And Japan, well, on the attack here up to the halfway line. Knock on there. Just trying to lay the ball back in contact, and I think it ends up hitting the arriving Japan player on the head. Interesting there, though, watching Fata Simpkins take the kick-off. New Zealand so reliant on Tyler Nathan Wong in that part of the game. She's not here, of course, in Atlanta, so it looks like the mantle has passed to Fata Simpkins. Set. So Teresa Fitzpatrick just standing there behind the back of the scrum, has a little step. Plays the ball out of the contact, gets the sanctuary of her forwards. Ball swept away by New Zealand Kelly Brazier. Brazier, who I think is one of the influential players within this team as well, and always a threat with ball in hand. Japan did such a good job of stealing the ball then, but then just knocked it on as it was being wrestled free. Those are the moments when you're playing a team as good as New Zealand, you've got to keep your hands on the ball. Well, as we left the hotel this morning, Sue, Japan were out warming up in the back car park of the hotel where all the teams stay in. So Fitzpatrick has another little dig down that far side, stretches the defence. New Zealand will want to set the play here, and they're scrappy in the contact, holding on. Japan coming away with it. Kana Mitsugi with the scrum kick takes it into that contact area. And the tap and go from the Japanese players. A bit of space on this outside channel. Great tackle that came in from Portia Woodman. And another penalty conceded by New Zealand in the breakdown. Yeah, the ruck was formed and Portia Woodman was still trying to steal the ball. There's the tall winger Tomita. Tomita knocks the ball on at the base. There's just too many of those, aren't there, Scott? Japan knocking the ball on when they've got good possession.
They really need to make this possession count when they've got it. Just there, she's not looking at the ball, she's looking at where she's going to pass it.
And soon it is a game of fine margins, isn't it? There's Portia Woodman on the left of your picture. They win that number 11 jersey. As I mentioned, her 17th tournament. Oh, little lock on perhaps. No, it was knocked back. Says referee Sarah Cox from England. Kelly Brazier takes it in, but look how Japan are in over the top of the ball, but that was illegal. And the tap and go is quick there from this New Zealand team. The captain, Sarah Goss, leading with ball in hand. Fitzpatrick. This is now Williams. Oh, lovely little breakout here from New Zealand, and it's just pure class from New Zealand to score the second try. Sherry Tani dots the ball down and making it look so simple. Lovely balanced runner, Sherry Tani.
Yeah, Tane playing the Portia Woodman role in this game. Portia Woodman having moved into the forwards. Tane hanging out there on the wing, sniffing the opportunities for try scoring. Made that one look pretty easy, and in the end gets the score under the posts.
The conversion's good from Katerina Wata-Simpkins, and there's Sherry Tani. And it was just a nice switch play. She picked the ball up there, split defence. There was no sweeper back there for Japan. It was an easy run-in for the New Zealand flyer.
It was. Noel Williams trying for the offload, didn't quite go to hand, but it didn't matter because the Japanese defence wasn't up hard enough.
Wata-Simpkins then. She had a little dink kick off previously. Where's this one going to go? To this far side, quite high enough, but the bounce favours New Zealand. Japan though have gained possession, but offside for Sarah Goss. Tap and go then from this Japanese side. Yamaguchi is in off the bench. Into clear is Nakamura, the captain. Now the last play of the game, you'll have heard the hooter there. What can Japan? Can they finish off strongly? But well, Japan running into a black brick wall at this moment in time. And another penalty conceded by this New Zealand team. Brazier with the tackle. It was a thumping one, wasn't it? So a little bit of space out here for Japan, but New Zealand comfortable in the defensive chores. Portia Woodman with a little slip pass. And it's all a little bit scrappy, but the half can't end on a penalty, so Brazier sets the counter-attack. Gets slightly isolated, but you can see how Goss just got in there, cleared the ball over, which allowed New Zealand to retain the possession. Now Williams, Goss, this is Brazier. Bruising. Potentially a high tackle had come in there from Kuwait. And out on the far side, Sherry Tani, she'll just have her second run in here. And it was just a matter of keeping hold of possession and finding the space, and New Zealand did that well.
They did that well. The Japanese defence a little disorganised. If you're going to sprint up and leave that space on the outside, you've got to make the hits. They sprinted up, then held off, and it left Tane out wide and completely unmarked in space. There's the high tackle. The crowd, well, you can only if you could hear it at home, the crowd didn't like that high tackle, but the referee played on. And in the end, the ball ends up on the other side of the pitch in the hands of Tane, who makes no mistake.
Well, we do have sighting officers here, Sue, and I just wonder if that will be deemed foul play. The extra 2 points is good from New Zealand. So a positive start. Half-time score then. New Zealand well in command here. New Zealand 17, Japan 0.
We're not giving the ball carrier good clean ball. Okay, so the ball carrier's not getting a good clean ball, but what we need to do, if the ball carrier's up, the support player behind, just latch onto the ball carrier and get their go forward. So we do need to go forward. Perfect example there, just call it Michael, because they're coming up really, really hard and we're having to go back to the traffic all the time and we are compressed. So if one of us just goes and we work in threes and we do that Michael, okay? The other thing is when they are coming forward, when they're on attack, they're dropping off and they're going to attack through the middle, they're dropping off and then they're going to go back on us. Okay, so we connect, we keep on coming forward. Awesome tackle accuracy. Okay, really, really good. Ray, you've got them out there on the space. Want a little bit more GPE on you, even kick through. Curls, okay, so they're going to just jam on Fitzy at first 5, and if it's a scrum midfield, give it to space Fitzy, then work in those threes, or fucking kick and chase, okay?
I think it's quite cool, because of the compress, it means that everyone's trying to hunt for the ball, so we've got good attitude. Just chill out a little bit, let's look at the team, not as individuals.
Okay.
Oh, wow,
good. Hey, simple thing as well. So the simple thing as well, be patient, express yourself.
Well, apologies for any choice words from Coach Sean Horan, but just directing operations there in the middle of that particular huddle. Marie Yamaguchi looks on and surveys the options here. So 7 minutes each way in 7-a-side rugby. And we're at the home of the Fifth Third Bank Stadium here at the University of Kennesaw in Atlanta. Second half underway between New Zealand and Japan. This is match 5, a Pool C game between New Zealand and Japan. 17-0 up. New Zealand in command. Japan, well, they've put this New Zealand team under pressure by their press defence. It's been good, they've made their tackles, but they've just been shown a little bit on the outside, and the beneficiary of that has been Shiritani, the winger for New Zealand, who scored 2 tries in that first half. Kelly Brazier with that switch pass, ball into Teresa Fitzpatrick, who also scored a try in that first half for New Zealand, her debut in a New Zealand 7 shirt. Oh, Kelly Brazier, lovely little dink kick. It's going to be hat-trick time, is it? No! Shiritani knocks the ball on. Well, you would have put your house on that one for Tani to have collected that ball and to collect her hat-trick.
Never as easy as it looks, picking up those balls bobbling on the floor, and Tane just dies on her, doesn't it? And she can't pick it up. Lovely, lovely kick through from Kelly Brazier. Sean Horan will be claiming that, because at half-time that's exactly what he suggested when that Japanese defence jams up. A little kick through, and Kelly Brazier, we've seen her in other tournaments, she does that so well. Beautifully weighted.
Say it again.
So Japan having to attack from deep. Oh, great little handoff here. But the support lines are good. And Japan, length of the field try for them. Well, that is great effort there for Japan. Taniguchi, Noriko Taniguchi, her 6th try in that Sevens World Series, and that was a great attack. I didn't expect Japan to score from deep, but they certainly did.
Now, what they did so well, excuse me, what they did so well was get the support there. So New Zealand made tackle after tackle, but always there was someone there for the offload. And in the end, here she goes. So first of all, it's the break from deep. Noah Williams gets the tackle, doesn't quite get the tackle, and that's where she gets away. Finally the tackle comes, but the offload's in, and then there's nobody close enough. You'll see Portia Woodman appear in the corner trying to make the cover, but she can't get there. You'll have to celebrate scoring a try against the world champions. You have to celebrate those moments as a rugby player.
Yeah, New Zealand current world champions. And last year they won in Dubai, Sao Paulo, Atlanta, and in Langford.
You've got 8. You've got 8.
So a real
It's 12 black off.
good team, this New Zealand outfit. Aiming to finish as one of the top 3 of the Women's Sevens World Series to secure a good seeding for Rio. So So the kick-off is good from Chicharu Nakamura.
No advantage with them. Knock on.
Yeah, just a knock on at the kick-off, which hands the ball straight back to New Zealand.
So New Zealand will have put in Wata Simpkins playing at fly half.
Crouch.
Now just to the right of your picture,
Bind.
Kaylee Brazier will stand in the fly half position. So when the ball shoots out, look, Brazier's there to pick the ball up. Loose pass, but Brazier's there to pick the ball up, and then New Zealand can set that attack. But a loose pass there into Ruby Tui. Tui in off the bench. Brazier. Oh, a nice little show there, first of all, by Michaela Blyde. And Michaela Blyde off the bench, and that's what you want your impact players to do. And Michaela Blyde, what a lovely little show and go, splits the defence, runs the length, and New Zealand with their 4th try of the afternoon.
Yeah, she makes it look so easy, Michaela Blyde. She can play on the wing, so she has the pace, steps on the inside, hands off one tackle, and then the sprinter's motion comes in, gets her over on. She's slowed down by the end, it's fair to say. But made it look very, very easy, Michaela Blyde. Lovely for New Zealand to have that kind of finishing power on the bench.
And the conversion is good from Katarina Wata-Simpkins. New Zealand, through Michaela Blyde, stretched their lead in this particular match. £24 to 5. Glad that my calculator is still working. So the kick-off by New Zealand, of course, the team that scores kicks off towards the opposition. Well, they found some space down that far side. Japan will eventually have it covered.
Well, Katarina Wata-Simpkins doing her best Tyler Nathan Wong impression there. We've seen that so many times from Nathan Wong, feinting to kick one way and then turning to kick the other. Not quite as effective on this occasion.
So jumping high in the line will be Misaki Suzuki. Suzuki wearing the scrum cap, wearing that number 4 jersey. Here's the ball. Oh, there's a delay on the put in. There's a dummy switch. So Sarah Goss, the New Zealand captain. This is her 18th tournament playing on the Sevens World Series. Stacey Waka is in off the action. So here's Goss, just along with Karen Paquin, playing her 18th tournament. Some record for the New Zealand skipper. Blyde, well, she thought she would throw the ball out wide there to Tiri, but she held on to the ball well.
Quite a dummy, wasn't it, that one?
Goss finds all the space in the world, and Sarah Goss, New Zealand's captain, in for the 5th try on New Zealand.
Yeah, good, patient sevens from New Zealand. Sarah Goss, 29 tries now. Normally she's the one setting them up for other people, but she looks up, and what happens? The Japanese defence just jams up too hard. It's been effective a lot of the time, that jamming defence, but that time it created a dog leg, a big gap for Sarah Goss to run straight through. Captain, fantastic for New Zealand, gets over the line.
Well, it's certainly emphatic for Sean Horan's New Zealand team, 31 points to 5, and well, the other 2 teams in this particular pool are Spain and the US of A. USA, of course, playing on home soil here. Salika Muniata with the kick-off. Japan get the good offload and set up the counter-attack. Better play by Japan. Yamanaka taking the ball in there, nice little inside pass. Nakamura. Japan just having to work so hard because New Zealand are flying up in defence. Here's Nakamura, their skipper. But a turnover ball, and New Zealand come away with the ball. Oh, it's just one-way traffic. Tarini to Tamaki, and Tamaki with her debut joins Teresa Fitzpatrick and scores a try on her debut.
Such a special feeling for Tetemaki. First try ever. It came from the turnover. Her own turnover, I think. Yeah, wrestles the ball from the breakdown, shrugs off the tackle, steps inside and finishes it off. What a moment for her.
Well, Sean Horan said that she's a great forward, great leg speed for a forward and hooker in the Hamilton Girls High School. Brings down a great performance on this New Zealand team. A couple of new stars in Tarini Tetemaki and Teresa Fitzpatrick. But it's New Zealand with a comprehensive win by 38 points to 5 over Japan.
On that poor showing. So these are the starting lineups. As I mentioned, Portia Woodman is out, not even on the bench for the Kiwis. She's obviously picked up an injury. So Tui, Goss will captain the side, William, Waka, Brazier, Tane. Plenty of pace and skill in this New Zealand team. Well, Spain, as I mentioned, they must improve, because if they don't, they'll be beaten out the gate here. Garcia, Bravo, Echevarria comes into the starting 7, Casado and Bueso is your Spanish team. So we're all set to go. Spain looking for the first win, New Zealand hoping to make it 2 from 2. And perfect conditions here in Atlanta. Referee Amy Perrott, 37th match in the World Rugby 7 Series. Hashtag Atlanta Sevens to get involved as Spain get us underway. And the first take and touch for the captain, Sarah Goss. There for Williams. Pass to Winiata. And look at New Zealand in full flow already. Waka delayed that pass, caught up in the tackle, though Spain had to come across and make it, and they did well to do so. New Zealand recycle it. Winiata again, the pass to Goss, needs a little runner, gets one in behind. It's not the most fluid rugby we've ever seen, but look at the pace and the strength from Williams to break through the tackle, trying to go through. Martinez comes across. Oh, look at that for an offload, and the support from Ruby Tui. Concede the penalty. Well, it was a lovely flowing attack by New Zealand. Spain, though, just about hold off.
No, they certainly do. I'd love to be at dinner table with the Williams, though. Brother and sister alike, just offloading left and right. Magic stuff.
Anything you can do. Here we see it again. This was the initial break. The tackle there slipped off, and Williams looking. Look at this. Who's Sonny Bill? Just enough defenders for Spain. Scrap for the ball on the ground there. Spain can see the penalty. And New Zealand wastes no time getting on with it. Brazier. Ball on the outside. Now, how much pace has Tane got? Tane, little kickstart with the legs. Marshall towards the touchline, and look at that. Echevarria takes it off her. And Spain have possession. Why does Spain always manage to raise their game when it's New Zealand they're playing against? Brilliant performance at the Stoop last year. She caused the shock of all shocks, as Echevarria takes another one into contact and sets it up. Queuing up Del Pan with the pass. Again, Goss comes in to close out that space, make sure she has no room to manoeuvre, and try to hold her up. If they don't get this to ground, it should be a scrum to New Zealand. It is a scrum to New Zealand. An attacking opportunity. Dallin is beside me. I mean, look, Spain were poor in the first game, let's be honest about it, but so far they've started an awful lot better.
Well, you said, why would they be better right now? Will you play against the New Zealand side, one of the most respected and well-known teams around the world? I see Sean Horan there, the New Zealand coach, making some notes there. You really lift your game, you elevate it, and if you want to test yourselves against the best in the business.
Set.
Absolutely, and New Zealand over the last few years have proven to be just that. Australia at the moment leading the series, of course, with 2 wins from 2. Spain going off their feet at the breakdown. So penalty again for New Zealand. We've played 3 minutes of the first half. Little show, Brazier. Switches it to Tane. Well, she just took that one face first in the tackle, and that's why she found it hard to get the ground out. Again, Spain can see the penalty, and they waste no time getting on with Kelly Brazier with the pass. Tui into the corner. That was all about strength. Quick thinking there from Kelly Brazier, and Tui has the game's first try.
It's all about speed on the ball here. They get another full-on penalty on the ground, tapping going quickly. And Ruby Tui on the outside, former netball player, but loves the contact these days.
Thirteenth try in the Women's World Series for Ruby Tui. Here's the conversion. It's a difficult one though, and that one's going to drop short of the post. So 5 points to nil. New Zealand, well, it took longer perhaps than we thought for the first try here. 60 in total for New Zealand. They just creep ahead of Australia, despite the fact that they got 6 in their last game. And Tui edges them in front. 2.5 minutes to play. Well, it looked like Goss was verging on offside there when that kick was taken, but the referee says to play on. Echevarria, little step from her. Again, the tackle goes in. That looked high from here. Referee says play on now. 2-1 on the outside here. Spain, more purpose about their attack. That slow ball to come back though. That slow ball, the referee's back was turned, but she did spot it. And the penalty to Spain, quickly taken by Bravo. Pass to Berta Garcia. Del Pan.
In the tackle, what's for?
And a knock on from New Zealand.
I think the ball actually might have hit the referee off that tap penalty earlier. Don't often see that happen. Normally you play stops. But as you said, Spain playing with more purpose here right now. They really need to get the ball on the front foot though, because New Zealand defense comes flying up in your face, and even if you have an extra player, you can't get the ball to them.
Crouch. Bind. Set.
Garcia, awkward one in the scrum. She's appealing for a bit of help. Was that a high tackle again? New Zealand in over that ball, slowing it down. They did their job there. Bueso still with possession. Tackle by Tui for Del Pan. Garcia. Well, there was aggression in that one. Tui, nice flip pass behind the back. No look, but New Zealand coming away with it. Brazier on the left side to Waka. Steps off the left foot. Waka trying to go through the gap. Is she going to go all the way? She needs help. Little switch on off for Brazier. Good support from New Zealand number 8, Goss. Keeps it alive. Basketball style. And they go again. Williams trying to go for the corner. Has to be stopped. It's 4-on-4. Brilliant tackle from Garcia. Ball through the legs. It's going to be a card. And it's going to be Spain's number 3, Angela Del Pan, who goes into the bin. So she'll miss the end of this. New Zealand with the extra player. Can they take advantage? Flat pass was a good one. Looks good. Just short. Waka tries to recycle. Foot comes in from Spain, and then a kick from Echevarria. But the knock-on advantage, well, that was half-time whistle goes. We won't get a chance to see what would have come from that, but just the one try in this one. Anyone's game, you have to say. Ruby Tui, the difference between the sides so far. New Zealand 5, Spain 0 at half-time.
5, Spain 0. World Rugby and USA Rugby would like to thank the following sponsors and partners for supporting the tournament. HSBC, City Sponsor, DHL,
Have a look at that inside shoulder, okay, because they're sliding really hard when there's space at centre. Okay, instead of just giving it to Ray, have a look at the inside shoulder because they're sliding.
Always works.
Yeah, okay. But then just have a look and use your feet and pull out and give it because they're trying to jam you. That's what they want. So if you've got it, they come in here, just stop, use your feet twice and give it to that first 5, Kelly.
Yeah.
Okay, look to do a white, get it back out of there if it goes wide because they're over chasing. Girls, in our threes, if we're really dynamic with that clean now and that halfback's there quickly, we're gone. Okay, really good. In counter rucking, go for the meter, not the ball. Go for the meter, not the ball, okay? Because Amy's not onto it. Okay, so don't go for the ball, go for the meter. Ball carry, support, halfback. If it goes out wide, look for a black if they're not there. But if they are over chasing, look for a white and pull it out and go. Play momentum, mate, because that's awesome. Okay?
Let's go, we're fucking awesome.
So second half almost set to go, and New Zealand 5 points to the good. Overall, though, Spain definite improvement on their first showing against France. Dallin Stanford's beside me, and I suppose, what do you want to see from Spain in the second half?
Yeah, I want to see them retain ball possession and get over the white line. It's going to be a very exciting match if they can get on first here on the scoreboard. New Zealand, we know the strength they have with ball in hand.
Well, I'm sorry, but that was definite offside in the front. Yeah, referee has spotted. That's the second time New Zealand have done that, and the referee spotted that one. I mean, it's a fine line. You want to time your run to perfection there, but no doubt about that, at least 3 or 4 yards offside.
Yeah, good refereeing indeed from Amy Perrott. We heard Coach Sean Horan saying she'll break down a couple of things she's not looking at, so we'll see how Spain go here with this first chance in the second half.
So Spain still down to 6, don't forget. A minute to go before the sin bin time is up. Taken into contact. Made in. Ball there, looping pass as far as Garcia. And forward off in New Zealand hands, so Spain will get the scrum.
When you compete for the ball.
Yeah, it looked like it came off Williams. She's not happy about that. So still play on the sin bin there.
Yeah, Del Pan still in the sin bin. So she'll be there for another 30 seconds or so, and if her team don't concede another try, she'll be happy enough with that, because you never want to be the player responsible when you go off, and they have possession, so I think they might ride out the storm here.
Fine.
The longer it stays like this, Spain will fancy a chances of nicking it. There's only one try here, unconverted by New Zealand, and Spain have the ball. Garcia give away the penalty. Now this is where New Zealand have got to be clinical. Last chance perhaps with 6 players. Well, they're going to go right and wide. Chance here. Fata Simpkins, nice little switch to Tane. Still with possession, Tane, looping pass, and they come this side. Spain need to get numbers across because they're outmatched at the moment. Goss wastes no time. Tui already has one, looking for a second. Goes back in for support. Again, it's just the ball to beat the player every time for New Zealand. That's the strategy. Williams with the pass, out of the contact, and lovely Fata Simpkin. Oh, just when I thought the try was on. And New Zealand butchered the opportunity, and now Spain should be back to 7 players.
Desperate defense here for the Spanish. They did superbly coming up. I thought this was a 2-on-1, had to put it away. It was a difficult pass on that left-hand side. But in the end, Spain back to 7. They've absorbed all this pressure.
Well, Patricia Garcia one of the standout players in this Spanish team, really gives her all, and just took a bit of a knock there. All-time point scorer, well, she is head and shoulders above the rest, and it's just reward for her work rate and her commitment. I mean, she's as good in defence as she is in attack. A real feisty player.
She's also involved as well promoting the game in Spain. She's one of the lead figures when they put in a bid to host the 2020 Olympic Games. So just a wonderful personality in Spain and promoting the women's sport as she goes by her trade.
"16 tries as well, not a bad tally to have. Captain of this team, got to win the line out here. Next score you feel is crucial in this one, taken by Medin. New Zealand having to defend now, and Spain go blind. Massive tackle goes in, but it went forward. Mistakes creeping in. 4 minutes to play, still anybody's game.
You would have thought that 7 against 6, minimum 1 try on the scoreboard, but Spain have done superbly in that area. The defense has been outstanding, and that is the nature of sevens. Bounce of the ball, though, could go any way. Into the last 4 minutes, a little nervous here.
Yeah, no Kayla McAllister, of course, either for New Zealand. Woodman, as we mentioned, is injured at the moment, so she's had problems this season, Portia Woodman, with injury. Missed a good chunk of the Sao Paulo tournament as well because of it. And Spain almost come away. Can New Zealand take advantage? The hands let them down at a crucial stage. 3.5 minutes to go. They concede the penalty, and maybe that wasn't the worst thing they could have done there, because if New Zealand had got that ball out, they'd have a massive overlap. And here is Goss, the captain, straight into contact, but equally good tackle, and knocked back 10 metres. So Goss will get to go again. They're very flat, New Zealand, at the moment. Three minutes on the clock. Taken by Winiata. Flat pass is a good one to Tui. There's two outside her. Tui straightens up and gives this one. Surely it must be Fajasek gets the pass. Tane is in the corner. Try is given, and that should be that. Shure Tane for New Zealand gets the all-important second try.
That's what happens when you keep giving away penalties. Set piece move here. And New Zealand will make you pay. Good skills and offloading. And in the corner, Tane goes.
Well, that should be that for Spain. There's still 2 minutes to go. There is time, but Spain in the second half have struggled to get out of their own half. And with the conversion to come, just going to drop short on target from Winiata, but 10 points to nil. New Zealand lead this one, looking good for their second successive victory in the pool. And Tane with her second try in the Atlanta 7. So just under 2 to play. Switching tack and going down the right hand side for the restart. Spain keep it alive. Eli Martinez, Echevarria. Back to Martinez, nice looping pass on the outside, taken by Garcia. Garcia breaks the tackle. How much pace has she got? Patricia Garcia, the pass is good. Medin's not going to be caught from there. That's a wonderful Spanish try. Absolutely brilliant from Garcia. The support line from Paula, Medin, and Spain. They're back in this game with a minute to go.
Celebrations all around here for the Spanish. And Garcia, vital break from her. New Zealand were flying up a defense. The excellent step off the right foot. And this, for me, was the magic moment of this try. Held up, drew 2 defenders, and fed the pass away to Medin. Oh, she's got more moves than Donald Trump's hair.
I like it. Conversion attempt. This could be important because the clock is ticking towards 35. This one goes over, and a try or any score. Oh, just to the left and wide. The flag stays down, but 5 points in, and I tell you, Spain, if they get possession here, if they can get this ball back, they could steal victory. They did it this time last year at the Stoop in London. Can they do it in Atlanta? They've got 10 seconds to play, and they want to hurry up and get on with this one, because if the hooter goes, New Zealand surely just kick this ball out.
That's why they've practiced the set-piece kickoff so many times. They need to win this ball. Here we go.
It's all about this. Boom or bust for Spain. Hang time. Hang time on that ball. Spain can't hold on to it. Well, that should be that. There's the hooter. And that is the final whistle. A brave effort from Spain in the second half, but New Zealand had too much. Just about seeing off the Spanish challenge and their second victory to put them on top of the pool. Entertaining game, a close-fought battle. New Zealand win it by 10 points to 5.
In their previous match against Spain, USA have only beaten New Zealand once in 13 matches, and that was last year in Amsterdam. For USA, the home team will want to finish day one with a good performance. Gillian Potter leads the home team, and there's pace to burn in Lauren Doyle and Kristen Thomas. New Zealand, well, coach Sean Horan continues to select Teresa Fitzpatrick in the starting lineup. This is her debut tournament in a New Zealand jersey. Keep an eye out for Shiri Tani on the wing, and the playmaking skills of Kelly Brazier. This is going to be a thumper of the game. The crowd have stayed to watch the home team, and the referee in the middle, Alhambra Neves. So the kickoff here is from New Zealand, wearing their traditional black strips, the Americans in their white, their red, and Thomas breaks up over the 10-yard. Listen to the atmosphere surrounding this stadium. So there's that piece on the wide outside. First look at the United States skipper Gillian Potter. Baravalala. Well, the knock-on there from Kelter, and away with the ball comes Niall Williams. Niall Williams with the ball, while lazy runner Kelter. Nice little dink kick here, but advantage being into the States, I should say. The advantage was lost. And Kristen Thomas comes away with the ball. Doyle playing at the scrum half. Baravalala breaks a wonderful pass onto Alev Kelter, and Kelter stretches her legs. Can she go the distance? Yes, she can. USA in for the opening score, and Kelter dodged the ball down.
Don't put the kettle on, rugby fans. This one is going to go down for the full 14 minutes. And Kelter, we saw how strong she was in some of the earlier matches, and now this pass here is what made it happen. Baravalala showing the skills out of the top draw, and Kelter touches down the first try of this game.
Akalani Baravalala with the additional 2 points on offer. Look at the concentration from the playmaker of the United States. Well, she's the one who started the movement with the assist pass. Can she finish it? No, she misses the conversion. But what about this for a bit of individual skill from the playmaker? Look at this, the wraparound, the hold of the pass. Beautiful skill. And if there's one thing that's impressed me about this Women's 7 series, the skill and fitness levels of all these performance athletes has right out the top drawer. They've been working so hard, and when you see the execution like that, well, I'm not surprised that people get excited about this wonderful game. Knock on from New Zealand. United States will capitalise on this. Ryan Carlisle.
He's feeling off here.
But the original knock on will go into the USA favour. They'll get the put in at the scrum on that 10-metre line.
And momentum just with the USA right now, as you said, the home crowd really behind them, lifting their game here on the soil. And what a beautiful surface it is as well. Of course, the USA gone for the experienced backline here. Watch for Doyle in the centres.
Kelter playing the fly half row. Baravalala. It was a short pass on to Doyle. Double tackle for New Zealand. Thumping hit. Kelly Brazier still down in that tackle. That's of concern, as Kelly Brazier went into the tackle with Teresa Fitzpatrick. Well, it's a physical old game here, but this double tackle that came in, that was the knock-on. So an injury at the moment to Kelly Brazier. Just hit her head in the tackle situation there.
Can she go?
Yeah, let's see what actually happened here. Short ball, Doyle comes in. And there, right there, she fell awkwardly on the little bit of, the backside of her head. You can see her holding her neck. Doesn't look comfortable. She's standing up at least. We hope she's okay.
That's just a sore one, isn't it? We've been there before. That's the voice of Darren Stanford, former USA Sevens player. Sean Horan looks on, the coach of the New Zealand team. Well, that's a bit of a blow for New Zealand, actually. Kelly Brazier going off, and of course Portia Woodman, their record point scorer, also inactive for this game, not even stripped. So a change then for New Zealand. Salika Winiata at scrum half. And here's the Teresa Fitzpatrick making her debut, scored on her debut against Japan. And here's the pace being added then from New Zealand to it. Oh, lovely inside pass to Shiri Tani, and Tani cuts an angle. Ball into Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick, well, super try. Winiata gets it. New Zealand probably made harder work than they expected, but never write off a New Zealand rugby team, whether they're the 15s, the 7s, the men's or the women's. It's ingrained within their jersey, and super skills on offer as well.
That pass is what made it, and cutting back at the angle, Shireen Tane did brilliantly to draw in the last remaining defenders, and then New Zealand touchdown for their first try of the game. Despite a couple of injuries, the rest of the squad will need to shoulder on, because they've got plenty of rugby left over these 2 days.
Well, it's all square here in the first half of the match between New Zealand and USA. Super skills. Fitzpatrick with that wraparound pass delivered to Salika Winiata, and that ties the scores at 5 apiece. Winiata, former police officer, played in the Rugby World Cup Sevens team in Moscow. And there's also a black fern at 15s. Kelter, she had her eyes on that one at the 10-yard line. Pick up and go round the back. Is by Kristen Thomas. Recycle possession then. Megan Bonney. Kelter. Baravalala. Well, she had Potter outside, but Potter spilt the ball, and it's all about just holding your depth, and Potter spills the ball and overran it.
Take the band back.
Yeah, the pass was just behind her. Kelter did superbly off the kickoff. Pass there was just behind. You see very flat Potter coming up, and she was ready to truck somebody.
It's all about the angle. She recognised that, Gillian Potter. Her 12th tournament, she scored 16 tries, 80 points for her USA team on the Women's 7 Series. There she is, packing down left of your picture there, as the ball's put into the scrum. Salika Winiata, the try scorer, fed the scrum. So New Zealand on the attack. Ball's at the back there. Potter Simpkins with a little dink kick. That's a super little ball. It bounces favourably as well. Now can New Zealand get the support there? Now Williams with the offload. Oh, USA got hands to it. The knock on by Doyle. And the flying princess with the pink boots. Fancied her chances there.
Yeah, she scored many tries indeed, wearing those beautiful boots, or cleats as they're known here in the United States. But that kick through was absolutely fantastic from Fada Simpkins. Look at that precision.
And it bounced so favourably, didn't it, to Niall Williams. She's impressed, Niall Williams here, the mother of two. Simpkins, super Tackle comes in there. Well, New Zealand flooding the contact area, putting New Zealand under pressure. Well, where's the last 7 minutes gone to? Wow! Half-time here then, 5-all between New Zealand and USA. An excellent half. Don't go away, more action to come. Another 7 minutes to follow after half-time.
Concourse after the USA match. Meet Rookie Eagle and get your photo taken. Go Eagles!
We've got to keep going wide, okay? We have them wide, okay? Just a couple of things, okay? We're creating knock-ons just by simple mistakes. Drifting, not having our hands ready, trying to catch the ball with one hand, and trying to get to the outside before we actually got the ball. Does that make sense? Be patient, okay? Get the ball first and then go. Does that make sense? They're gaining too much yards on us because we're tackling up high again. Remember, everything from here down, okay? You stop talking. Stop talking on defense. We need to get that back and don't bunch on D. Ryan done a good job over there, cutting the support runner. That's why they didn't score. Okay, Ryan stayed on the support runner and let the sweeper get the ball carrier. Well done, but it needs to happen like that all the time. Does that make sense? Yes. Everything that you have, all right? Empty the tank.
Come on now. Let's go. Smash them. Smash them. Nice, cool, calm smash. You hear me? We got the upper hand here. Let's go. USA. 1, 2, 3. USA. It's our house, guys. Here we go.
Maybe Tui looks on for New Zealand. USA will kick off the second half with Alev Kelter. The debut in Guangzhou 2 years ago. So second half underway in this Pool C match between New Zealand and United States. So who's going to win this rubber? 5-all each, one try each, but a knock-on from USA gives the ball to New Zealand for the put-in at this scrum.
You saw Richie Walker, the coach of the United States Eagles. He said they just need to be patient to the USA and try not to make too many mistakes. And that's what it's going to come down to in the last 7.
Lotta Simpkins will put the ball in the scrum. Standing right behind was Teresa Fitzpatrick. And USA were up quickly to put pressure on Fitzpatrick, the debutante in the New Zealand shirt. Gillian Potter then taps and goes. Paravalala. Oh, the ball was spilt by Doyle. New Zealand come away with the ball, but Gillian Potter got back in there. Advantage wasn't taken, so the ball is in Kelter's hands. Powerful, stocky rugby player, the scrum half from the United States team. USA direct running, but they were sloppy there in the breakdown. Just Megan Bonney took the ball into that contact. Now New Zealand just being forced to play a slightly unnatural game. If New Zealand's natural game is to put the ball through the hands, and Sarah Goss, well, she's managed to uncork on the wide outside. Lotta Simpkins, super tackle. Goss spills the ball. Well, what about that tackle there from Paravalala?
Now this is sweeping at its best. You didn't see in the back play there, Paravalala pointed to the right hand side to tell her teammate, take the player out wide, I've got the ball carrier, and then smashed her.
White ball. Time off. 5, 8 and 11 up, please. 5 and 7.
So triple change here for USA, 1 for New Zealand. Dallin, here's another way to look at this covering tackle.
Yeah, great angle. See her pointing it to the outside, and she was telling her player there, Ryan Carlisle, take the outside. And I'll tell you what, I've played sweeper for many years and got rounded like park cars on several occasions, and that was some brilliant defense.
So the ball put into this scrum by Nicole Heveland. Varela shows the ball, gets the offload. Doyle! Can Doyle strip the New Zealand defence? Great cover tackle there. Flutter Simpkins. And eventually Slika Winiata comes in to make the tackle. Varela, Doyle on the wide outside. Oh, big tackle comes in here. Amelia Bitsa. Varela, she spins and burls. Goss goes in. Oh, great steal by New Zealand's captain, Sarah Goss. The turnover. Now can New Zealand capitalise on it? 4 minutes left on the clock. And Ruby Tui, she goes in at scrum half to release the ball. Now New Zealand, ball in hand, attack from deep. Sarah Goss. Oh, the pass was loose to Williams on the outside. Potter tries to get the ball back. Well, it's harem scarum stuff here.
There was some golden moments here. Take a look at this one here. Excellent defense from the captain, Goss. Get her hands over the ball, even though she got spun over there in a judo roll. And then over here, New Zealand had another chance there.
Well, one of the strike runners for the USA team, Jessica Javeley, has coming off the bench to be on the wing now. If they can get the ball to the speedster, that will be interesting. Tarini Tamaki making her debut here, comes off the bench for New Zealand. She scored a try earlier on in the match against Japan. New Zealand won that one by 38 points to 5. Doyle wrapped up in the tackle. Oh, another tremendous turnover ball. That time from Ruby Tui. Michaela Blythe takes the ball into the contact on the far side by New Zealand, but mistake for New Zealand in the contact here, and Alhambra Nivas penalising New Zealand.
The breakdown work has been superb from both sides, and you can see this is the New Zealand one yet. Great getting over the ball quickly and a quick steal, and then the United States returned the favour moments later and got the penalty.
So Nicole Heberland will on the line. Off the bench comes Rochelle Stevens. She goes into the fly half position, and Paravilala, she drops to the bench. So Stevens in the pivotal position. Ball won by the United States. Here's Stevens. Here's Doyle. Doyle has Javeley. Javeley's the speedster. She cuts back against the grain. Now there's the gap. Javeley. What a run by Javeley. What a try for USA. Jessica Javeley.
Wow. Jessica Javeley. She read that like the Mayan calendar. The way she cut back. 5 defenders on her. Was absolutely brilliant. The crowd are on their feet. They're going bananas.
And Nicole Heberland with the conversion. Well, what about this for a try, Dallin Stanford? The quality of the running. Looking at the space, cuts back, and then pins her ears back.
That's right. She was marked on the left-hand side, had to cut back in field, and then outstretched every single New Zealand player.
Well, the excitement buzzing around the ground is Richie Walker. He was only appointed last week as the Sevens head coach for the USA team. USA beat Spain in the opening rubber by 24 points to 0. They backed it up with a win against Japan by 33 points to 12. They're in the lead by 12 points to 5. But New Zealand, well, their never say die attitude will become apparent in the next 40 seconds. They're breaking from deep. Michaela Blythe. Javeley goes in to try and disrupt the ball. Sarah Goss, the New Zealand captain. Superb tackle comes in there from Amelia Bitsa. USA have got the possession. There's 20 seconds on the clock. All they have to do is get the possession from this scrum, put the ball out of play, and that will be a historic win for this USA team.
Well, Maya Bitzer, they call her the human sledgehammer, and on YouTube she has over 200,000 hits on some of her tackles, but that work at the breakdown was excellent, down to the last play of the game, Scott.
Well, USA have played New Zealand on 14 occasions. They have won last year, but this one will be just as important. And listen to the crowd. Look at the delight from the USA team. That's a huge scalp for USA to beat New Zealand, and sheer delight. And there's Javelin, who scored that decisive try in the second half. And the respect shown from the teams. Shaking hands, both New Zealand and USA. What a thumping game of sevens that was. USA win that one by 12 points to 5.